Sorry, Jack. Chucky's back.
Guys, I am your host, Katie Hettenbach, and welcome to another episode of Katie Afraidy on Fangoria.
Ooh.
And it's just on you.
Smoking. I feel like I just passed gas.
You did. God, that reeks. I just passed out. Stinky. But on that stinky note, I would like to introduce my friend. He's a comedian. He's an actor. He is in the movie, the AMC/Shudder movie, The Night of the Hunted.
Yes, absolutely.
Jermey Scippio. The crowd goes crazy.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
What up? Bang, bang, bang. What up? You know what I'm saying? Yay. Oh,
Blah,
yo.
blah. Is that too much? Too much. Sorry, too much.
Gang. What up? Hey.
This has been a long time.
I know.
That it's honestly, I think it's been a year.
Yeah.
Of me being like, I'm going to get you on. And then you're like, now? And I'm like, I can't.
I always wanted to be on this show. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has a focus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just, to make something that's only like, for like 1 month lasted like a year, especially I didn't realize it was so many like horror fans, like that deep into it, that watch like the whole Friday series or the Nightmare
on Elm Street,
on Elm Street series, just those people, like they get serious,
those people indeed.
So yeah, I just wanted to be a part of that family.
You're in the family. They are both the best and the worst people, but they are, I think it's also with every family you have the best and the worst people. Yeah. But so are you a horror fan?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I obsessed with lures, but like I said, come and go. I tell you, once a new thing come out in a series, and I obsess over the past, like right now, the Final Destination.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah. So you seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't playing. So, but yeah, so it made me like go back and look at the other ones. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you got that. Of course, you got the Chucky series.
Yeah.
You got Saw. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been obsessed since Saw 2. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, and they're
brutal.
They're about to get Didn't they just get bought by somebody?
Blumhouse.
Blumhouse, I think
so. Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyway. It's I need to say this with Saw. Have you ever seen the reality show Scream Queens?
No, but I remember.
Have you heard
Keke
about it?
Palmer and stuff.
No, that's the TV show with Ryan Murphy. That's like like an actual like scripted show.
Okay.
This is reality show. And
Okay.
it's 2 seasons. It's to find a star for the new Saw movies.
Oh wow!
And so they take actors and non-actors and put them through these challenges. It's like America's Next Top Model, but does not age well. I'm rewatching it right now. Whenever I hear someone talk about Saw, I'm like, I need to bring this up. It is so problematic and it's great.
Wait, when did it come out?
2008.
Oh wow! Is that wow?
Yeah.
So wait, did somebody win and become the?
Yeah, 2 people. So from each season,
wow,
1 person wins a role in
Saw.
In Saw, yeah.
And which ones?
Saw. I know season 2 is Saw 3D, and then I think whichever one was before that was so Saw 4, I guess.
So 3D was Saw 7? No, which one was it?
I've only seen the first Saw, and then Jigsaw, and then Saw 10.
Oh really?
So I need to. I gotta go back. That's not my preferred genre of horror, but I'll watch it because I understand the significance.
Or horror gore. Porn.
Yeah, the gore. Yeah, yeah. I don't need to watch someone's fingers be ripped off for 30 minutes.
I like the mystery aspect of Saw, but it definitely went off the rails.
Yeah.
I would say after Saw 3, because Saw 4 was like happening at the same time. Mm-hmm. Spoiler alert. To be fair.
I mean, it's been out. It's been out for a minute. If you haven't seen it, I don't know. It's just.
But it was just like trying to get like so much juice out of this one story.
Yeah.
That was kind of already over, especially after the 3rd movie. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to remember which Saw 3. It might have been 6.
Yeah.
6
yeah.
or 7. But anyway.
So, what was the first movie to scare you, horror or not?
I think it was Child's Play. Child's Play 2. I don't know why. I guess I was a baby, and I guess the imagery. I think I remember, you know, I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about a literal child. So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
even
yeah,
like
yeah.
a literal, like, earliest memories, period.
Yeah.
My earliest memories were this lady used to babysit me. And I remember just seeing, like, flashes of Chucky, and it just terrified me.
Oh my God.
Like, I was legitimately scared. I don't remember anything about the plot or anything like
Yeah.
that. But I think this movie came out, like, around the time I was, like, actually born. So
Yeah.
that's why, I don't know why, but later on, I
When
got into
seeing
the
it.
series.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just, like, brings, like, warm memories, but
You're
also
like, oh,
trauma.
I was scared. It's like, you're both like, that traumatized me, but it's also made you who you are.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Something about little feet.
Yeah.
And then, like, terrible things happening. I don't know. It's just like...
So
the little legs. That's what you see them running around. I don't know.
It's like silly, but also terrifying.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, I could kick you, but also you murder people, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's yeah. Okay, so we'll just jump into Child's Play then, which I'm like, oh, Chucky 2. I always say, oh, Chucky. I'm like, that's not the title of the movie.
Of course, yeah.
It's Child's Play. It's Child's Play 2. So again, you picked this movie because it was childhood trauma, and also, you know, it was nostalgic childhood trauma. I think that's a good way. I think that should be its own subgenre in horror, nostalgic childhood trauma.
Absolutely.
Love that. So how would you explain Chucky 2?
Chucky 2.
Child's Play,
Child's
to somebody who has never seen it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, how do I explain it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Somebody who's never seen it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a movie. It's a movie about a kid who who's been traumatized. I think he was like 6 or 7. I'm not sure.
Child.
Andy Barkley, who was traumatized by a doll that was a good guy doll, which was like his best friend, but ended up murdering everybody around him. It's a murderous doll. Sorry, it's a murderer who was trying to get away from the police, who learned a spell from a voodoo priest to put his body into a doll to get away from the police. He thought he could transform into the doll, and then he could just change back, you know. But he finds out from the voodoo priest.
It's a little bit more complicated than that.
Complicated. He finds out that he needs the first person he tells his actual name to. It's the only way he could transform back into not only a person but into their body. So he's been, you know, stalking this kid. The first movie, he gets killed by really a bullet to the chest, but then, you know, he's set on fire. So this movie begins with him being reincarnated and rebuilt from scratch.
Yeah.
And the kid who is put into foster care is like pretty much nobody believes. They believe that he's out of his mind, you know.
Which I hate those movies where no one believes somebody. I'm like, no, he's telling the truth. Like, and it's just, I know that
it's a movie of gaslighting.
Yeah, the gaslighting.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like, I know he did it.
it's like the doll did it. Yeah, no, the doll did. You did it. Go to your room. Oh my God. I mean, the family he was with was okay. I will say, the egg salad thing was a little weird. Are you an egg salad person?
Absolutely not. I think egg salad is gross.
I was like, oh, icky, gross. No, they are white. They're super white. That's a very white person thing.
You know, the movie, the tone of the movie, it feel like it was coming off the heels of like this older genre of films where, I don't know, they just kind of portrayed people as like perfect, like almost like Little House on the Prairie actors.
Yeah.
Like they're like, now go to your room, eat your vegetables. So I just felt like with that scene was like almost a throwback. It was like a modernization of the time of that.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, I made your favorite egg salad. So us 90s people supposed to be like, ugh, gross. What? Like, I think that was like a wink at that.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel like that type of woman is dead. Now make sure you do all your homework. Like, it's just.
I mean, they exist still. They're just old as
My mom
hell
would say
now.
like what, like 80?
Yeah, they're just old as hell. My grandma, when she was alive, she'd be like, "Oh, do you want me to fix you like a sandwich or something? Do you want something to eat, like egg salad? Yeah, we have tuna. Do you want to?" Yeah, and I'm just like,
Your
no.
favorite.
I'm like, Grandma, it's 100 degrees. No, where's the air conditioning? You're dripping. It's gross. Don't want fucking egg salad. Thank you so much, Grandma. And then you have to take it and you have to throw it away because it's,
of course,
you don't want to hurt her feelings.
Yeah,
Because she made it especially for you, and you're just like, shit.
But I feel like our generation, we like that's like a whole commercial. Like, we'll say we don't want egg salad, and instead we grab like a Pop-Tart, which is like way less healthy. And
oh yeah, no, it's
just a
terrible.
sugar
No,
cookie.
it's oh god, they're not even real. They're not even real. But they're good though.
Yeah, I mean, hey, nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? That whole, that was bougie food for me growing up.
A Pop-Tart?
Oh my god.
Wait, no. What kind of Pop-Tart?
I mean, the traditional strawberry.
Okay.
I mean, I'll move around, but overall, like that was like I was sold on commercials. You couldn't tell me nothing. Like,
oh my god,
Pop-Tart was gourmet when I was a kid.
Honeycombs, and Cocoa Puffs.
Okay.
Those are my things.
What was it? Corn Pops.
Yes. Oh my god. But if you've had them recently, all of them have changed.
Really?
They don't taste the same, and they taste like cardboard, and it's really sad.
Yeah, it's probably the chemicals that was making them taste great.
Yeah, but we like the chemicals. Come on.
No, I haven't had Corn Pops in a while, but yeah, just that whole. It's like I said, just eating nostalgia.
Yeah, the eating nostalgia is great. Speaking of eating, Andy smoking that cigarette.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
I laughed. I was like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. He's got some drama. He's like, I've seen some things.
Yeah, but I totally blame, what's her name?
Kyle.
Kyle, yeah. I totally blame her. It's like she's talking about some hold this.
Yeah.
And expect him not to smoke.
Yeah.
And then not make it a big deal. It's like, come on, like.
Yeah, you put it in his hand. He's going to try it, you know?
Yeah. But I think all kids have, like, you took a puff and go, what the hell is this? Like, you know. But yeah, that was funny.
It was so silly. And just also I found this insane that Andy forgave because it's Tommy, that's like the doll's name's officially name. That he just forgave the doll so quick because the family had a doll.
Yeah. The storyline was connected. I mean, because at least I would say everything was pretty peachy until like the third act. I think that's when things got off the rails and made no sense. A lot of bad decisions from characters.
Oh, totally.
But I would say once Kyle was like, hey, it's not all that bad. I had foster parents that like, would stare you down or, whatever, pretty much abuse you.
Yeah.
These guys, they're just a little skeptical.
Yeah.
And rightfully so.
Yeah.
Because if a kid come in here, 6-year-old, talking about some, the doll did it every 5 seconds, you be like, yo, this is going to be a headache.
Yeah, yeah. But also, is he honestly, you should believe kids when it comes to like haunted things. Because like usually they're right. And you're just like, you know what? I don't want the kid. At that rate, I'd be like, no, you're talking about a haunted doll. Get him out of here.
You get rid of the kid?
I'm getting rid of it. I'm getting rid of the kid and the doll. Both.
Wow.
Both.
Oh, wow.
I'm getting rid of both. I mean, I want that energy out of the house. I'm done. Like you get 1 week, and if you're consistently talking about this doll, and you're like, he's right there. He's right there. I'm like, I don't see him. We're done here. We're done. Yeah. You try to, I'll give him.
That's funny.
You get to try it, run.
But yeah, I think up to that point because he overheard them talking.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's pretty much, she was saying like, hey, we're not gonna get rid of him. She's like, I like him. You know? But and then he was like, yeah, he just got this obsession with the doll. So he was like, all right, you know what? I can get some good night's rest and chill as long as I pretend to like this doll. Mm-hmm. And he watched him die. Mm-hmm. Which actually is another thing I think is interesting. Both Terminator and Child's Play did this. Because, like the mothers in both movies, the original movies, were the protagonists, you know what I mean? In some shape or form. Yeah. And then they kind of demoted them. Well, in Child's Play, they just got rid of the mother altogether.
Yeah. But, they're like, I don't know if I was checking my phone or like didn't look, and I was like, that's not Andy's mom. I was like, who the fuck is that? I had to go back and I was like, oh, foster care. Got it. I was like, what did I'm like, I looked away for 2 seconds and these are different people. I'm like, I know. We look the same, but like, they're not fucking.
But as a kid, In some ways, because I actually, feel more attached to Child's Play 2 than 1.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons. Like I said, that was the one I think I was traumatized by.
Yeah. I mean,
but
the ending.
I didn't even realize Child's Play 1 was necessarily a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I acknowledged that it was 2.
Yeah.
This was a sequel.
Yeah.
But I think this had enough story to where I didn't need a 1.
Totally. It could have been its own thing.
Because the reason I'm saying that, you're talking about the foster parents realizing like that wasn't his mother.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of like a story at the time, and I think TV shows and movies kind of had that like a common thing, like taking in a child and stuff like that. So I didn't necessarily need his mother. Yeah. But and what's his name, Don Mancini. Like clearly he wrote both movies.
Oh yeah.
I think by itself, so that's pretty impressive to even come up with that. I don't know if there was like any actor trouble or maybe she was like, I want to get paid like $2 million, and it's like, well, we're gonna replace you.
Yeah, totally. Well, I can say I have a friend who her dad is the special effects artist for Chucky.
Oh snap!
Yeah,
to this day.
To this day, yeah.
Oh yeah, because of the series.
Yeah.
What?
So, but she was like, if you want any of the tea on Chucky too, and I was like, I forgot to ask her the tea, but she said there was a lot of tea and a lot of behind the scenes stuff happened. So I definitely will need to ask her and then report back to you because she was like, there was a shit show. I think someone might have like either committed suicide or something. I don't know. Someone died. And it wasn't just Chucky.
It was Chucky.
It was Chucky. Chucky. Yeah, I was like, Chucky did it. Yeah.
He always stages them as suicides.
Right? Yeah. Thinking back on Child's Play, I was never a fan of like the original. I was a fan because I grew up a little bit in Chicago and the scenery, So, but also my apartment was in Child's Play, like the exterior of my apartment, was their apartment. I was like, I live there.
Well, the first one or the second one?
The first one.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I was like, that was my connection. I was like, okay, that's why I like it, but that's about it. I like Child's Play 2 a lot better. Yeah. I think it's definitely more of a horror movie, and I understand why you'd be terrified as a kid because, like, again, we jump around. We spoil whatever. The ending when Chucky's like ripped apart and it's just bloody. Like the special effects, all practical, amazing. Yeah. Oh, they're gnarly. Yeah. You're like, this is a doll, but this is grotesque for a doll.
The final showdown. Like, first of all, Child's Play 2 is the best Child's Play of the Child's Play / Chucky series. Okay. Period. Yeah. The final showdown in the warehouse, that's one of the best scenes ever. Yeah. It's funny that I almost feel like they didn't earn the warehouse showdown because they
didn't.
That to me was such like that should have been like the third movie for some reason in my head. Yeah. Like it's like, you're surrounded by good guy dolls. And somewhere I thought literally I was just gonna pile out.
Yeah. Which also, can we just like what place is organizing their dolls like that? I was like, this doesn't seem safe. I know it's a movie. I know it looks cool. There's a maze. I get it. Who's putting a maze in their factory?
Yeah, it looked a little fun housey. I'm not gonna lie.
And then you're like, oh, I need to get to the exit through this. That's the only way to get through the exits.
Yeah, it was like a thing. Like you mean to tell me if there were actual workers holding the assembly line?
They have to crawl. Maybe they might get some eyeballs in their back real quick. Yeah, like what? That's what a crazy wacky workshop.
There's a lot of that's what I said. A lot of suspended belief.
Totally.
I think anytime Chucky is in the car with someone in both movies, he does this a lot. It's always like, this is weird. There's so many ways to solve this problem. But I give credit to Kyle. I don't know if at this point they were just fed up when finally she just put the seatbelt on and hit the brakes. I'm like, gosh, because you mean to tell me he's holding y'all up at knife point? Y'all traveling around with the dog? He's
a doll. Kick him. Kick him.
If I have to carry you, you can't kidnap me. That's how I feel. That's my... if I gotta carry, you gotta babysit your kidnapper. It's like
he's in a baby Bjorn.
It's like, who killed all these people? It's like, I don't know who you're talking about.
It's definitely the
Shut up, bitch. Oh,
sorry, you have a knife to my throat. It's a little baby knife. Little baby knife for a baby Chucky.
That's funny. I think they're remaking Cujo.
Yeah.
What if they made Cujo like a puppy who was like holding people up at knife point? Like Chucky is like
you're like
stuff.
okay. It's like yeah. That's also why it's like he's so you could just hold them back.
Yeah. Well, I have to assume that he has super strength.
Yeah.
Like he has the strength not only of a grown man but like the Hulk. No.
Yeah, he did. I mean, in the first movie, he like threw somebody out a window, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, no.
Was that the first movie?
I'm trying to think.
It's been a minute since I've seen it.
Because only when I think of window, I think of the scene with a Miss what's her name? Kitten Barn. I can't think of her name.
The teacher.
The teacher.
That was. I was like.
He shot her in the chest with the air pump, which he looked cool when that.
Yeah.
He said, "Ha!" Yeah. He did and then she went flying back, but that was enough to cripple her apparently.
Yeah.
Because she's just crawling. Then after that, he beats her to death with a ruler.
I was like, what?
And we never heard of her again.
I was like, what a way to go. I think I wrote, I was like, oh, what's your favorite kill and the worst kill? Oh. I think that was the worst kill for me.
We would like to give a huge thanks to a few of our sponsors. Filmcraft Studio Gear, where you can get any gear you're looking for all production needs. Go to filmcraftla.com or you can find them at filmcraftla on Instagram. And of course, a big shout out to Fangoria. Want a copy of a Fangoria magazine? Use code Katie Afraidy 25 for 25% off. Katie Afraidy 25 for 25% off.
Worst kill? Yeah, just because they was. I'm pretty sure. Just because I know how lore works, even though I don't know all the facts, the way that was shot seemed like there had to be a throwback to something else.
Oh, totally.
Because when he erased the ruler, it would just cut to her screaming, "Ah!" like Psycho or something like that, as opposed to like showing for a film that was mildly graphic, for them not to show him like, I don't know, shoving the ruler up her or something.
Annihilating her. Yeah.
So I think that was like paying homage to something.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, definitely, I'd definitely say worst kill for sure.
Yeah. I was like, okay. I was like, my favorite kill was definitely the copier.
The copier, okay.
I like the copier.
That's actually...
Because I thought it was so creative and just you die and then the copies just keep coming out. I liked that. I was like, that's so silly.
That might be tied for worst kill for me.
Right? You're like, that was bad. Okay, so what was yours?
Best kill? Okay, I mean...
Chucky dying. That was...
The head explosion was actually pretty cool.
Insane. Also, the fact that he like died like 9 times.
Yeah.
And then just like, he just kept coming. He's still...
I'm trying to think. Is that the movie? I think he has a line in there. It's like, he always, like, he's coming after me. He always comes back. I can't think if it was that one or not. But, yeah, poor Andy. I think... that's another thing, too, I have to mention. So, my favorite person on the planet to watch horror films with is my Aunt Carolyn. Mm-hmm. She's, like, you know, she says a lot of the typical... Like, oh, no, you didn't. Like, so I just imagine her with the ruler, like, oh, did you see how he beat her?
That's amazing.
Because I think in that time, it was just, I mean, I think we had cursing and, you know, middle fingers, but it was just so edgy at the back then. I don't think it's as edgy now.
No,
but like when he flicked her off.
You're like, a doll just flicked a person off? Like, what? That's crazy.
Kyle, you know, at the end, she got him back.
Yeah.
You know, I even noticed she kind of did like this little raise into the camera. It's like, I just imagine somebody like, okay, bring it higher. Good. Yeah.
And lower. And can you actually extend the finger more? Thank you. Actually, can you go the other way?
Yeah,
don't
right.
hate that. Nope. Don't ever do that again. That's an insult.
But I just imagine, because I know I've watched that film. I've watched so many like horror films with my aunt, but she always like yell out random stuff, whatever. Yeah. So that's just kind of the funny thing to me. Yeah, Chucky just him cussing, saying random stuff.
But that's also like the best way to watch movies is to have, especially when you have like that one person who's like, you're gonna commentate together. There's some friends that you're like, okay, we haven't seen this, we're not gonna commentate.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is a commentating movie where it's like, it's way more fun to be like, okay, what's this little rat bastard doing now? What's this little ginger bitch doing? You know, and then it's like that's more fun.
Yeah, of course.
And then to just sit there and like sitting in silence and watching that scene.
Yeah,
that's lame. That's lame. You can't because it's so absurd and insane.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I didn't like the guy. Yeah, okay. Watching it this go around, right? There were certain things that I just was like, it's just funny the amount of things you let slide.
Oh, totally.
When you're younger. Now, I would say that from the beginning, from him, Chucky being remade, and then the guy knowing he'd be remade, the investor like, yo, I'm not dealing with this. He takes it with him. He tries to get in the trunk, then he throws it in the back of the car. Chucky, after he stops, he has a gun up to him, the squirt gun.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, wouldn't the guy know he had a squirt gun in the back? Yeah. Yeah, and then he ties him up with jump rope.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think? I don't know. It just, to me, all these things were very convenient.
Yeah, conveniently like that.
Yeah, for a new, for Chucky to just get right to Chucky.
Yeah. You're like.
I would like to see a slight more, I guess, creativity in that stuff. But also, I do understand. So we already know he's a doll. He's alive. Like, it's not like the first movie where there's a mystery element. Like, who done it? So I guess they just want to get him to saying the cool lines immediately.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. You want to get him to saying like the snappy stuff. That's the best stuff. So wait, was that your favorite or your least favorite kill?
That's my least favorite kill. Okay. I gotta say that one because by then we've seen him in the back of cars.
Yeah, and we're like, we got it.
Yeah. Best kill. Best kill. I think has to be the head explosion.
Yeah, that one's. That's. I was saying besides Chucky, but that too.
Oh, besides.
You know what I hated though? The dad or the mom kill was also sucked. Yeah, it was like you didn't even see it.
You didn't see it.
And then the dad was kind of just like ooh.
Yeah, he fell. Yeah,
he fell down the stairs real quick.
I did like the face off between Andy and Chucky.
Yeah.
I would have wanted that to be a little more gruesome, if I could be honest with you. I mean, granted, I understand child acting it can be rough.
Oh, yeah.
Andy says some lines that I probably would have said. Can we get a couple more takes on that?
Yeah. Can you just try it again?
But yeah, okay, all right. If I could be real, all right.
You can.
I guess the teacher kill is probably my favorite. Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
I'm sorry.
It's your favorite? Okay.
Yeah, it has to be my favorite.
Okay, I love it. Because it's just so. It's
a thin line between love and hate.
Exactly. like it's not. It's not great, but it's also it sticks in your head, and you're like, the more I think about it, you're like, it's fun.
You know why I thought it was so cool? Her energy about Andy, like she thought she had, like she was like,
she's like, I got you.
She said, put your head down, and she was like, you go keep blaming this doll. She throws Chucky in the room. Yeah. She says, tell Andy put his head down. She's storming off. She had all that energy. They say keep that same energy.
Yeah.
I'm talking about her. She had all that same energy. Like, I'm gonna get him. Andy, you get down here right now.
Yeah.
But then when she couldn't find him, she's like, all right, okay, it's not funny.
All of a sudden she's like, never mind, I don't know about this kid anymore.
Yeah, the tables turned the moment he was gone.
So quick. So quick.
Yeah. And then Chucky, he looked cool with I'm talking like the
yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry. I have to give it
no, my God. Yeah, no, don't be sorry.
Yeah. And the worst kill, the beginning guy. Yeah, I just think he didn't fight hard enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it's almost like he didn't want to live.
Yeah, if you see a doll, okay?
Yeah.
You're going to fight, right? You're going to fight. Yeah, if you don't, then you might as well be dead.
Yeah. I'll take what you want. I don't have cash. I have my gold card. That was a Platinum Express. Well, it was before Platinum. It was a Gold Express commercial. American Express commercial.
It's like sponsored by.
Yeah. He mentioned the gold card like 3 times in the movie. It would have 15 minutes had passed in the movie yet.
You're like, is this okay? They got a brand deal. Good for them. Good for them. You're getting that bank in some way, shape, or form.
But that's it. I have to say.
Okay, that's solid. I mean, yeah. There's it's the act of the ruler just kept making me giggle. It's like sort of they shoot more, but then they cut it so that it was a lower rating.
Oh yeah,
that's also where I was like, because they really cut that kill out versus everyone else. I feel like died like it was bloodier and like
yeah,
you know had more.
That could be a thing just because it definitely was more comical than the first movie. Like the first movie was such a whodunit.
Yeah.
That the second movie is, you know, like it could almost be, I mean, you know, like horror / comedy.
Yeah.
You know, but it wasn't to the point of the later Chucky movies where it was just like slapstick.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Even though the ruler was a slapstick against the teachers anyway. Stupid.
And you could see Jermey everywhere performing. He's a comedian, guys. He's really good. Swear to God.
Don't let the this moment decide your ticket purchasing experience in the future.
This is their deciding factor if they're gonna come and support you. What would your weapon of choice be if you had to go against Chucky? Because Andy's was, I thought, pretty fitting at the electric knife.
Yeah, but
also you only have so much cord.
Yeah, like I think the electric knife works for things that hold still. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
He's more of a stabbing type thing than a to saw or hack.
Yeah.
You know, but it was a cool thought. I think in the moment. You know, I like how he'll turn it on when he think Chucky's here.
He's just kind of like, he's not there.
Well, he was fighting with a vibrator. He's like, hold on, wait.
He's like, hold on, and turn this way. Nope, we're good. Okay.
Shoot. I mean, just any weapon, or what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, flamethrower. What are you talking about?
He
looks cool on fire anyway.
Right? It's like it's badass, but also he looks so creepy because of the robot underneath.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, you're just, I hate that. And then you can see like their teeth and it's like the eyeball sockets, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, because I can't say a gun because I've seen him take some bullets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Yeah.
I feel like an old timey way would be good to like tie his neck up to a car, like the back of a car, and then drive. Yeah.
No, see, you can't let him out of your eyeyesight. I'll tell you that right now.
But someone's watching him from like the back window, and they're like watching him, or like maybe there's someone behind, so that we like smash the cars, and but then he might get up. You know what? Never mind. I don't know.
Back into a car scene
in my head, or you know what? How about a horse?
A horse?
He's
trample.
Yeah, why not? I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a unique way that Chucky could die, and dropped out of a building. I don't know, like a really
survive that for some
right.
Yeah. The horse, though, I think that might actually
that might actually kill him. I don't think Chucky would hurt a horse. Would he?
No,
did he kill? Did he kill animals? I don't think he did.
I can't think.
He's evil. What is the show? There's a kid who's trans, and he's like, I'm evil. I'm not a bad person though, or something like that. Because he's like pro trans rights, and you're like, fuck yeah, Chucky. Okay, you're like, I'll kill people. I'll kill anybody, but I support gay rights and everything. You're like, hell yeah. It's a weird flex, but love that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Just sliding this in here though. And sorry if somebody's going to review Child's Play 3 though. I did like. You seen Child's Play 3?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well,
it's okay. But I'll see it eventually.
Throw this one in there. I thought it was really clever. This would be like my favorite kill. Mm-hmm. Basically, in the third movie, he's in Andy goes to like a military camp. He's like older. The third movie came out like a year after the second movie, but they skipped like 8 years into the future. Okay, and he went to like a military boot camp or whatever. Okay, and they have like this paintball competition. Mm-hmm. They have like red team versus blue team. Yeah. He changed the red team's paintballs with bullets, actual bullets. So they're shooting their friends and not realizing that they're killing like their classmates and stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That was the best kill of the kills of the third one. I just like that. I was like, yeah.
Chucky did that?
Chucky's sinister, yeah.
Good for Chucky. Damn, that's actually pretty smart. No, that's insane.
Yeah, but yeah, I just want to throw it in there because I was just thinking about it. I was like, yeah, man, Chucky, that's my what do you call him?
Hero?
Not hero. Like your horror villain, like just favorite horror
everyone
villain.
Has,
like
okay.
You got to say you got your Freddys and your Jasons and even was it Aliens and all that stuff. Chucky's my guy.
Chucky's your guy.
Yeah. And I see they got Megan out here trying to steal the spotlight. Still pro Chucky. If I can be real with you, I already know they're gonna make they have a movie after like spinoff movie after Megan 2. It's gonna be called Soulmate.
Is it actually?
Yeah. It's like on like a line of. Yeah, they're gonna make this. They're really banking on the Megan franchise.
Good for them.
And they're really trying to push for a Chucky versus Megan type thing.
Now, who do you think would win?
Who I know will win is Chucky. Yeah, that's not up for debate. I mean, she's, congratulations getting off the bench, you know what I'm saying? But, this is Jordan versus LeBron. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, you're not.
This is Jordan all the way. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
You got to prove yourself.
Oh, totally. I mean, she's much taller, but she's still like child size.
Chucky 30 years in. What we talking about here, baby? You know what I'm saying? You had a nice
her mind is infinite. She went at the body of a 10-year-old, but her mind is infinite. That's why I'm because he knows what he knows. Not you.
And he gonna come back. You know what I'm saying?
And he's
he
gonna
got
come
kids.
back. Wait,
and now he's at the place he could possess a lot of them. So
hear me out. What if Andy and Chucky team up?
That might be a thing. I haven't been keeping up with
I haven't either.
The whole, because I know they have the series, and they brought back the original Andy.
Yeah.
And he's just as bad as acting now as he was as a kid.
Hell yeah. Honestly, good. I don't want to get better. I just want them to be the same, and I think that's even better. Yeah.
But that could be a possibility. But Chucky has a power now where he can possess multiple dolls at the same time.
Oh,
yeah.
goody.
And people too, so yeah.
He's possessing people.
Yeah. I know the kids that he had, because see
he's got the kids. Yeah.
And then was it Tiffany is now Jennifer Tilly, in real life too.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's so. I love that they're like, we're gonna get meta as hell, and it's just gonna be as complicated as possible. And honestly, do it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
They deserve, because that also means that my friend's dead. He gets to keep making money
of course,
and being successful, and we love Tony. So
yeah,
Tony's
Tony. That's his name?
Tony's the best.
Tony. What's the last name? Are you allowed to say?
Oh my gosh, stuttering. Let's see. Gardner. There we go.
Garner.
Yeah.
Oh, Tony Garner. Okay, cool.
Tony
Hey, yo,
Garner.
shout out. Thank you for all your work. You're probably like infinity years old, but yeah,
He's
I
not.
love.
He's not. No. He's a dad.
Oh, really?
He's a good egg.
Okay. Yeah. No, but seriously, like, man, I like all the Chucky stuff, man. So yeah, look forward to seeing
Now,
more.
have you seen all of the movies?
I mean, I've seen up to Seed. I did watch the one they had like a soft reboot one.
Mm.
I watched that one, but I didn't watch the one after it where they had the clone Chuckies or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that one. But yeah, and then the series, I'm just loosely keeping up. But
Yeah.
I mean, I know it gets really silly. So
Okay, so you are a foster parent, and you walk in to your newest kid's bedroom, and you see your other foster kid in the standing over the bed of your foster kid, the other Andy, tied up. What's the first thought that goes through your head?
Well, I think if, in that scenario with Kyle, she was a little too old anyway.
Yeah.
I think she was like 17, about to be, So Andy was like 6. If I would have seen that, I would have been like, yeah, this is. I already thought it was problematic.
Yeah,
this was obviously problematic.
Oh,
no. That was, and nobody had any explanations. They
totally.
just rocked with it.
It's Chucky, and they're like, you know what? Let's all just get out of this.
She was like, how'd you tie yourself up like that? But yeah, I probably would have just been like, in my head, I thought the age thing was a little weird.
Yeah.
That would just been confirmation for me.
Yeah.
So I probably wouldn't have tolerated it. I would have said, hey, look, I probably would have got rid of her.
Yeah. Oh, totally. I mean, she's smoking and she's giving the kid cigarettes.
Smoking in the room.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. With no smoke too. That was another thing I noticed. I'm like, there's no smoke coming out of that cigarette.
You're like, yeah, you're smoking. She just likes to hold it. It's a sign of rebellion.
Yeah. See.
Yeah. But yeah, that scene kind of. I was just like, oh no, I know what's gonna happen. Oh no, now I'm uncomfortable. There it is. Good for them. Good for them. There it is. And like same with the when Andy's holding the the electric knife.
Yeah.
And the dad walks down and he's like, "Don't do anything." He's like, "I just have I'll put the knife down. It's fine." But Chucky's here, and then Chucky's fine, and then.
Well, hey, this is a thing, and this is for all women, all wives. Listen to your husbands, because when he died, What'd she say? If I would have just listened to him, he would still be here. Oh. See? So listen. I mean, he didn't know what was going on. He knew it was too much for him, though. Mm-hmm. He would have got rid of Andy immediately. Mm-hmm. There would have been no movie.
Yeah, they would have been peaceful. Okay, they would be alive, alive and well.
He would have been alive.
But now they're dead.
Yeah.
So, and they died with the hands of a doll.
A doll.
How embarrassing to die at the hands of a doll. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of legendary too, though.
Yeah,
I mean, because
like,
it's Chucky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like, can you imagine? Like, yo, dude, did you hear about Jeremy? He died at the hands of a doll.
Well,
what?
you know what else I like about the movies back then? Chucky didn't kill. I was about to say he didn't kill black people. He did kill the dude that gave that. That was dumb, actually. The dude. Well, I think he realized he was evil. But the dude that made him a doll in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. The voodoo priest dude, or whatever. But I was gonna say that I like the dude who when Kyle cut off the paper truck driver.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he came out. He said, "What the hell is wrong with you, man?"
Yeah.
Crazy bitch. That was funny. I was like, what? I would like to play that type of black guy in one of those films. Just saying like wild lines like that.
Yeah. You're just like, you wonder how many takes they did and if there was anything they had to cut. It's probably all improvised, honestly.
I think they picked him up off the street.
Fuck yeah.
And they said, "Yo, can you say what you just said to that person on film?"
And he's like, got it.
Yeah, got it.
He's all of a sudden like clocked in. You're like, damn, you're actually really good. Do you want to be in the next movie? You're really good. Yeah, wait.
Yeah.
Was he the only person? Was he the only black person in the movie?
Might have been one other. I can't think right now. You know, like they made a Megan. You know, make a, you know, I guess that premise would be what if it was like a black doll type thing, or whatever. But yeah, I don't want Chucky having
Chucky's white. You know what? Have Chucky be a crazy white guy.
He's like, "Oh, why don't I possess this black doll to be like a good guy doll with like a..."
But it's the same doll. It's just yeah.
He'd be coming out, "What's up?" And he'd be like saying wild black lines. Like, nah, man, you just need one
I don't
Samuel
think you
L.
could
Jackson
do it now.
character
I don't think
per
you could,
movie.
Yeah, I don't think you could do that now. Yeah.
People are like, "What is this?"
That'd be insane pitch right there. Yeah. Insane pitch. Is there any other part in the movie that you were like, what the fuck? Or like, this is like, it was an awesome moment that we haven't talked about yet?
Let me see. Did we cover everything?
I mean, we kind of got
I mean, honestly, I just like that last warehouse scene.
Is insane.
Yeah. Now, I would say getting there, like I said, is the most annoying part because, you know, once Kyle discovers, you know, he's alive and, you know, they're having the fight with him under the bed.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine how then he, you know, gets you to drive him to, you know, follow Andy like to the place.
Yeah.
Know? That was wild. Like if you know you're putting the kid in danger.
Yeah.
You know, and then even once Chucky got on Andy, as terrified and annoyed Andy was by him.
Yeah.
I just couldn't see that much complicity coming out of him. You know, like he was just like doing everything he says. I'm like, bro, you could fight. We've seen you fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. Like you can.
You got this.
Yeah, I think you can take him.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I would say the warehouse scene is just legendary. Everything.
I will say with Kyle, I love Kyle. She did great, but like with she getting into the warehouse, she walked out of the car and was like, "Oh, I think Chucky's dead." And then I'm like, "He's gonna be right behind you."
Yeah,
like
he's
not.
Yeah.
You're dumb. And then when she got like knocked out,
yeah,
and was just on the conveyor belt, I was like, "Okay, I don't like this part. I was like, that's bad." Everything else was like, I was like, sure, I can suspend that. The only exits through this crazy contraption that you have to get through, and you have to time it just right, or you're gonna, you know, get smushed or whatever. Yeah. But she like passes out just perfectly on and it's just going up the conveyor belt. Yeah,
movie knockouts. I just think that concept needs to be done.
Yeah,
like, we need to stop doing the whole like, I get it. A lot of times it's used for transportation, like to get of character from one place to the next, and they just wake up and go. Especially when the other characters could easily just kill that character. But yeah, I'd say, you know, same thing when, you know, Chucky hit Andy and knocked him out.
Yeah.
But that was a cool scene when he finished the spell for the first time in the series. And it was too late. That was good.
Yeah.
I think that was good because they kept saying like, "Oh, I'm turning into this human. I'm turning into this human."
Yeah, like the blood and the cop line I really liked where he's like, where he has Chucky's in the seat and then you have the cop and Kyle.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, "Oh," he's like, "Oh, is that all bleeding?" And she's like, "Oh, you know dolls that pee?
Yeah.
This one bleeds."
Yeah.
I don't know. That got me like I was like, okay.
Yeah,
that checks out because he's gonna die.
Her energy during that scene was just perfect, though.
Oh yeah,
it was like I don't know what her direction was, but it's like, okay, you're being held there against your will by a doll,
by a little baby knife, little baby knife.
And you get pulled over by the police. Like, what is your reaction? Like, and then he says, "Do what I say, or I'm gonna have to kill you." Like, he just goes,
Okay. Okay.
I would have did the same thing. Like, yeah, I was speeding. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a good guy doll. Yeah, you know the dolls that pee on themselves? This one shits on itself.
You just would have been like, shut up. You're like, you just embarrass the hell out of him real quick. Honestly, at that rate, you might die, so you might as well just have fun with it while you're going out, you know? Oh,
was
my
that
God.
good enough for you?
Was that, there you go. Is that fine? Yeah. I just, the wax also was just so fun.
Oh, yeah,
And
the hot wax.
Hot wax.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a real thing that they use to mold,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. But it was a good concept. You know, when they were, I guess, just plotting out how they want to. Because I'm pretty sure when you're making like these horror villains, you want to think like, what's the coolest way to kill them? Yeah. Because they go through so many versions of dying, you know, especially with the last movie. You know, they made it a big deal about his heart. Like the judge, remember, he said, "The heart, let's get him in the heart." You know, so that's why he was taking all these bullets, losing limbs. They put him on fire, still nothing. This is when I was thinking what they were gonna do. Yeah, and they didn't attack his heart, but blowing up his head got to be a close second.
Oh, totally. And with him,
Like,
the putting of the air and then his head like expanding, that was hilarious. Like genuinely so funny.
Yeah, I like it. To me, it was kind of foreshadowed too, because it just had like the little, you know, tube just flying around.
And you're like, there's something's gonna happen with that.
And even for my head canon, like, because I was thinking like, if it's hot wax, why would you touch it so soon? But I was like, I guess the air was like cooling it off. Yeah, because she felt so confident touching it. I'm like, oh, come on, like
you, that could be hot. Come on.
Like, you know, stabbed a couple of times, you know, just to make sure.
It's just, you gotta,
Oh, the scene. Now, yeah, that was gory for no reason. The scene where, I mean, how sick you have to be to do this? Like, so he rips his hand off from the gate, and then he sees the knife. He goes, he finds, so much time has passed. He found a place, I don't even know what that's called, like the rig. Yeah. So you could put the knife in there to take the handle off and then stab your hand into, like I don't even think that's effective cutting. Just me personally.
Because then it's like you can't. You have to like to stab. You have to like do that. A lot of like jabbing. You're just kind of jabbing. I guess you could it'd be more like a slice. Yeah. Yeah. It's
clearly for the look. It's
It got the job. It was creepy.
He did it so fast. Like it was just so much blood, and all of a sudden you see it all wrapped up with duct tape.
You're like, you did that with one hand? That's impressive. Good for you.
I was like, you know, at that point, Chucky, you could have just walked away.
Yeah, you could have. You could have went on.
Lived a little doll life.
Yeah.
Man.
But he's like, nah, I'm mad. I mean, at that rate, yeah, you're trapped in that body forever. First of all, I would pick a different object. You know, I don't think I would pick a doll. I don't think I'd pick. I don't know what I would pick.
Oh, to like put your body into?
Yeah, like to possess.
Well. In the first movie, he kind of was out of options. Yeah. And also, you probably want something with, you know, limbs and stuff like that. Yeah.
So what would you pick?
I mean, if it had to be something, whatever the tallest doll-like creature, I would at least something close to human. We're kind of perfect in a way, you know. You don't want to be, put your body into a hungry hippo board? I mean... it's not as interesting of a movie. I'm just saying.
It could be. It's really violent.
Then nobody would believe Andy at all. I'd be like, come on, this song, hip hop.
You don't understand. understand? It ate my finger. You don't understand? It ate my friend. What are you talking about? It's a fucking game. You know what? Get this kid out of here.
It's like Jumanji.
Yes.
The hippos come to life, eat you, and then you go back to just being.
You're just like, sure, Andy, the hippos. Yeah. Kyle, have you been giving him weed again? Oh, no.
Yeah, no, right?
He's tripping balls.
Talk about some hold this.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Yeah, that was the most immature thing she did.
That was cruel. But she rocked, though. I loved her. I worked on another podcast, and they interviewed her.
Oh, cool.
And
yeah.
I was like, I was like, you're in a Chucky movie. I didn't know which one. Because, again, I watched so many movies, and I'm like, I don't know which one you're in. And I was like, oh, that's her.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she's just a badass.
Yeah.
She's a badass human.
Yeah.
As
And
like,
she kind of replaced the mom character.
Yeah.
The mom character in the first movie was like doing that type of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Well, a little more, I hate to say it, a little more smart of a
Totally.
character. But her thing was kind of the same thing. Like, yo, nobody's believing me.
Yeah.
At first she didn't believe him. Then she was like, you know. So I think with her discovery, you know, I think that was that was a really nice foreshadowing. Having Chucky kind of seeing Tommy being kicked up under the swing and the dirt. And because he saw his eyes. That was early doll interaction too. He kind of goes, he kind of plays it off like.
it's like, so don't worry about it.
But I was also thinking, like, why did you bury him there? And then also with the
Yeah,
magical.
you could have picked literally anywhere else, but you picked under the swing. Sure.
And then magical doll items. That's the thing. I should make a list of magical doll items that appear in Child's Play too. Because the shovel.
Yeah.
Nice little perfect pink shovel.
Cute.
Where did this come
Where?
from? This was all before he even interacted with Andy or went upstairs. Like
He's just like, where was this?
he goes into the house, you know, breaks Tom, which even that was unnecessary. Tommy wasn't like some competitive, like, you know, murderous doll. Like, that was just over. He could have just took Tommy and buried him.
Yeah.
But he had to break him, you know, whatever. You know. But still, I love the movie. It's classic. I love it.
I guess no, because he replaced Tommy. I was like, if he wanted to blame and make it seem like Andy like broke the doll, then buried it to hide it to get him more in trouble. But then I was like, you're still there.
But yeah, he would have seen it as two
I was
dolls.
like, so that's just excessive. And you're like, no, you need to do that. So out of 10,
Okay. Ooh.
what would you give Child's Play 2?
Okay, I'm giving 2 separate scores.
Okay.
Because with the nostalgia, man, this movie is like a 9.
Love it.
With nostalgia, like I'm mocking the movie and picking it apart.
100%.
But in actuality, you can tell me not, the fact that it still holds up to this day.
It does.
It's the best Chucky movie.
It's
You know what I
great.
mean? And this is before he got his iconic scars. You know, it just, you know, the look of the doll, the animatronics in this one, you really can't beat it. I think this is like the best looking Chucky because his look changes from movie to movie. 9. Sorry, you know, I mean, I gotta go with 9 on that one.
Okay.
Okay, without the nostalgia. Without nostalgia goggles, I'd give it a 6.5.
Okay.
No, I'll give it a 7. I give it a 7. The reason why it loses points for me in my current movie mind, I have to be fair because I'll be going hard on movies.
Oh, totally.
Like, to me, I could deal with everything up until like that, the third act. I think once like they kind of just started speeding through. I've mentioned it too many times already. Like, you know, once you know, I just think they could have rewrote that. I understand it's hard to get a doll to where Andy is.
Yeah.
Especially there was no GPSs back then. There was no tracking. There's no, you know. So for him to just go there, because you're getting Andy out of there, that would be a hard one.
Yeah.
I just think we could have did better than Knife Point. Just
And that's all.
yeah, Knife Point driving, you know, getting pulled over, then Andy taking like passing him like the baton to the, you know, Andy just letting him like they're on a moving truck with the door open.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me Andy couldn't just go like, hey, there you go.
Yeah.
And pushed him out. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I have to take a lot of points off mentally for that.
Totally.
So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7.
7, perfect.
If that part was because the final is amazing. The warehouse stuff, love it with the mistakes too. I love the warehouse stuff. Even the one guy that died with the eyeballs.
Yes. Oh my, that was so funny.
That shouldn't kill you.
It shouldn't. But no, because it's your brain is right there.
It wouldn't kill you though.
It wouldn't kill you, but it would.
You at least not immediately.
Yeah, it'd be a slow. But
Like,
yeah, it also the pressure of it probably popped his eyes back into his head.
Yeah, but just a scream or nothing. He was like,
Yeah.
I just
immediate death.
I mean, I would have been swinging. I don't know. I just something.
Yeah.
Oh,
I forgot about that. Oh
I
my
hate
God.
this place. Fuck. Something. He just
Like, I get paid minimum wage for this.
Yeah. He accepted death by eyeballs.
And you shouldn't. You deserve so much more.
You deserve so much more.
Don't accept death by eyeballs.
Yeah.
I think that's the life lesson for this. So, do you think, or were you afraidy or not afraidy of Child's Play 2?
With nostalgia included, like literally, I was a child. This was the first movie to make my first sense of fear came from this movie as an actual baby. So or maybe one at the oldest. So, I was terrified. I was terrified of Chucky. I thought he was under my bed. Even I remember being a little older watching it and being like, "Oh, I'm not scared." And still thinking that Chucky's about to pop out of anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, you was a kid, like, I'm not scared of this. And you're just sleeping like, the heck was
Like,
that?
there's something happening. There's something happening.
Yeah. But, of course now, no.
Oh, totally. But you're like, that. That's not scary.
I don't think.
No. He wasn't. I mean, he's right there. He's right there. So before we go, we'll have you plug yourself, plug you, but I also want to talk about your movie really quick.
Oh, right.
Which I didn't finish.
Yeah.
Because, spoiler alert, you die so fast. I was mad. I was also like, I didn't want to say anything. And I was like,
well,
they did you dirty. But also I was like, you're the first one to die.
Yeah.
And they have you listening to. You're just like the loudest rap. I'm like, of course you can't fucking hear her. She's in a full building that's sealed, and you're listening to music. Of course you're not gonna hear this bitch screaming. Your coworker, and I was like, nah, you guys are more than coworkers. You guys are lovers.
I like to always say death by interracial fornication. That's what. That was the lesson from there. It was like, she was cheating on her husband with me. Mm-hmm. And, I think all cheaters should perish. There it is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there it is. There you go. But you died very well.
Thank you.
I was like, okay. Because, you never know when your friends are in a movie and you're like, oh, you're in a movie.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's check it out. And you're like, I was like, okay, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Well,
that was awesome.
To be honest with you, while filming it, because I did feel like it had the B movie feel. Like I said before, when I first found out we were going to be filming it, whatever. Just reading over the script, I just kind of was like, oh, this is gonna be like I said, just like a little B movie.
Yeah.
I'm not that into horror where I would watch every little thing. I'm more like the mainline type person.
Yeah.
So this film kind of felt like that. But being on set and watching the quality and how much money was put into it, whatever. Like I said, it was like, it was major movie production skills. Yeah. So I, like even the man, I hate that I don't know his name, but the guy who did who set up everything, for the I'll say the horror elements, the gore and stuff like that. He's a legendary guy. Yeah. Like so it was cool to work with him. I'm gonna look up his name. I'm so sorry. I apologize. But he's amazing. All the makeup, it took hours to do. Like it was super professional. Even I had a dummy, like I had a dummy. I had a stunt actor. And what else I had? Stand-in. Yeah. And then me. So
that was like like all of the other films that I'm watching. It's like, oh no, it's just them. You actually had other, like you had a stand-in, you had people.
Yeah.
It was people.
It was like legit. Like I didn't.
Yeah.
like the dummy had more screen time than me. So that was the cool thing. But I love the experience and man, I kind of knew what I was going into. So and I was glad the movie was actually good. Awesome. I didn't think it was gonna be good, but watching it. I was happy with the result.
I'm finishing it tonight. I just ran out of time. But
Don't
I'm
worry
finishing
about
it
it.
tonight. I'm finishing it
Yeah.
tonight.
I went to the Michael B. Jordan School for Death Scene. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he's like one of the best death.
Really?
I'm kidding. He just dies in all his movies.
Oh,
So.
got it. Okay. I was like, good to know. I was like, he's a school. Got it. Cool. Good to know. Well, this is where you plug yourself, and where can the people find you? I'm
probably most active on Instagram, so you can find me at Jermey Comedy. Also, show dates. I also have a website that I will be updating, Jermey Scippio, that's SCIPPIO.com. I've also been recently active on Twitter /X and Threads, with the social media site that nobody's on. But yeah, if you want to argue about some stuff on there, just hit me up.
Amazing. Yes. Go argue with him about the best / worst kill in Child's Play 2. Well, dude, thank you so much for coming on today.
I'm glad we finally got to do it.
I know, finally. We've been talking about it forever. He's like, are we doing it this week? And I'm like, I don't have a studio. Now I got a studio. We're freaking do it. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that jazz. Katie Afraidy on all social media platforms, all podcast platforms. And I like to leave on some shitty advice.
Okay.
And I guess, or good advice. I guess don't ever own dolls.
Yeah.
Ever. I think that's good advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you deserve more than an eyeball death.
Right. You know what's funny? I think they really could have just nipped it all in the bud if they would just got him to not play with dolls.
Yeah.
So you're actually good advice.
Yeah. Just don't play with dolls. But on that night,
Sorry.
you're good.
I killed your exit.
No, I started and I did it's all good. On that note, guys, see you next time and stay Afraidy. Sick. Yay, we did it.
Child's Play 2. Keep an eye out for it.